This is the package from Autoease I have been waiting to arrive. It contains the electric tailgate lift assist system TL105 for my 2013 BMW X3. First impressions are that it has been well packaged. Each component is contained in a plastic bag placed into a protective foam inner lining inside the outer cardboard box. The only drawback is that there are no installation instructions in with the components. Fortunately, a gentleman named Tao sent me a PDF of the instructions when I made my initial inquiries. All the components generally look well manufactured. The only disappointing thing is that the replacement latch loop is not cadmium plated, just plain black paint. This makes it look what it is, an add-on component rather than a component fitted by BMW. Tools to carry out the installation work consisting of a large and small flat screwdriver plus a Phillips ×2 trim removal tools, 20T and 30T star drive bits with ratchet wrench, 10mm socket with ratchet wrench, a 5mm diameter by 1 meter long stiff plastic tube with a rounded tip glued into one end to use as a wire drawing device, plus a 40mm by 40mm by 1.3 meter long piece of wood to use as a tailgate chocking device. These are the buckles retaining the lower boot trunk tray. Undo lower boot trunk retaining buckles and remove to reveal the battery and lower tailgate wiring looms. This is a retaining buckle when removed. This is the power supply loom. Remove the 30 amp fuse from the power supply loom. Unclip cover on battery live terminal to reveal 10mm terminal retaining nut and bolt. Undo terminal nut and push wiring looms positive connecting terminal under washer and tighten up. Locate wire to terminal cover hinged end and clip back into location. Feed negative connector end on power wiring loom to negative battery terminal. This terminal is not covered. Carry out connecting process as per positive connection. Remove boot trunk sliding cover and tail light inspection covers. There are 8 tailgate retaining clips as pointed out, plus ×2 star drive screws in tailgate trim handle. Remove the star drive screws from inside tailgate interior trim handle closing grip. Remove tailgate upper and side trims by pushing trim removal to forked end between plastic retaining clip and tailgate steel frame. On upper tailgate trim, prise up to release trim. Repeat on tailgate side trim. Locate tailgate trim retaining clips 8 off. Gently push trim removal to forked end between trim and tailgate steel frame. Prise up to release trim. Remove trim from tailgate. Disengage existing corrugated rubber wiring loom trunking from tailgate bodywork. Feed wiring loom drawing device through existing corrugated rubber trunking from top of C-pillar through to required exit point on side of C-pillar. Fix tailgate latch wiring loom to end of drawing device and pull the wiring loom through the corrugated rubber trunking to the exit point. Feed drawing device through tailgate side steel bodywork, drawing wiring looms through behind it into tailgate lower section. Remove wiring loom from drawing device and hand feed through to lower tailgate area. Feed control box end of tailgate latch loom between C-pillar trim and car bodywork down to control box planned location. Pull out enough of the previously installed tailgate latch wiring loom from behind the C-pillar interior trim. Tape latched button end of wiring loom to exposed latched wiring loom. Draw up tailgate latch wiring loom by corrugated rubber duct till latch button end of latch button wiring loom is exposed. Pull back from tailgate approximately 50 centimeters of the tailgate latch wiring loom at the corrugated wiring loom duct. Draw tailgate latch wiring loom back up into tailgate till latch button end emerges in tailgate area. Feed tailgate latch button wiring loom control box end down between car boot trunk, inner lot trim and bodywork from C-pillar down to control box planned location. Using drawing device, feed splitter cable from latch loom to tailgate lower latch motor switch. Remove access hatch, partly unclip interior trim from offside C-pillar to gain access to existing wiring loom entry point by corrugated rubber trunking. Disengage upper end of corrugated rubber trunking. Feed drawing device up between C-pillar inner trim and car body through corrugated rubber trunking. Take tailgate button wiring loom to end of drawing device and pull the wiring loom through the corrugated rubber trunking into the tailgate. Feed drawing device into tailgate frame, drawing tailgate button wiring loom into tailgate frame. Remove tailgate button loom from drawing device. Feed drawing device through lower sections of the boot trunk area. Tape control box plug end of tailgate button wiring loom to drawing device and draw wiring loom to control box planned location. Remove existing tailgate latch and install the latch supplied by Autoease. Plug latch signal power supply cable into the back of the latch motor. Replace latch control motor back into tailgate. Fix the latch control motor to tailgate cross member with supplied steel brackets and ×2 5mm by 35mm long Phillips screw. Place wooden chuck in center of tailgate and boot trunk floor to support the tailgate during the removal of the existing gas strut and installation of the motorized struts. Rise up retaining clip on each end of the gas struts with small flat screwdriver and pull gas strut off bore pin. Fit Autoease motorized electric struts into position. Check they are secure and remove wooden chuck. Remove blank rubber bung from near side top of C-pillar steel bodywork frame. Feed drawing device through hole down side of C-pillar. Tape strut power control wiring loom to drawing device and draw down to control box planned location. Push corrugated rubber trunking boot end of electric strut loom into tailgate steel body work hole and ensure it is securely located. Remove drawing device from strut power control wiring loom and feed plug end behind planned control box mounting point. Remove blank rubber bung from offside tailgate steel bodywork frame and remove upper tailgate rubber seal. Feed drawing device through hole to exit point at top of C-pillar inner trim. Tape strut power control wiring loom to drawing device and draw wiring loom through hole in bodywork. Locate and push wiring loom corrugated rubber trunking end into hole and check it is securely fitted. Place wiring loom in aperture between car steel roof and roof lining. Feed drawing device down near side C-pillar between interior trim and car steel bodywork to location at bottom of boot trunk. Drawing device from wiring loom. Replace tailgate rubber seal to car upper bodywork. Plug all the wiring loom control box plugs into designated sockets in control box. I stuck some pieces of 6mm thick self-adhesive foam to back of control box and bracket. Then fitted control box to car near side inner body framework using ×2 30mm long by 5mm bolts out of my bolt storage box. Remove plug from tailgate handle switch. Plug tailgate wiring loom into tailgate handle switch. Then plug original tailgate handle supply cable plug into tailgate wiring loom socket. Installation of tailgate cabin operating button. Remove interior kick trim from passenger offside rear door inner sill. Remove rubber door seal from lower part of door frame. Undo upper section of boot trunk offside interior side panel. Feed drawing device between passenger seat and car internal bodywork. Tape tailgate cabin button control box end of wiring loom to drawing device. Feed drawing device and button wiring loom between passenger seat and car inner bodywork and draw through to boot trunk. Feed drawing device and button wiring loom into lower area of boot trunk by car battery and plug into wiring loom from control box. Feed wiring loom between floor sound insulation and car inner steel bodywork. Remove driver's sill inner kick trim and remove door frame lower rubber seal. Feed drawing device between B-pillar lower inner trim and car bodywork to passenger side. Tape button plug end to drawing device and draw wiring loom through to driver's side. Feed button wiring loom between car floor insulation and car bodywork on driver's side of car. Remove kick trim retraining clips from car steel bodywork and relocate into kick trim. Fit door rubber seal back into location and refit passenger door kick trim. Remove diagnostic plug access cover. Remove door seal from lower area of A pillar and place button wiring loom between A pillar lower trim and car inner bodywork. Feed wiring button plug through diagnostic plug access aperture and remove blank from button switch aperture. Feed button switch wire through switch aperture. Locate switch into aperture. Connect switch plug into loom socket. Feed plug and socket into void behind diagnostic plug. Remove driver's door kick trim clips from car steel bodywork and relocate in kick trim. Replace kick trim to driver's side of car and relocate diagnostic plug cover. Fit tailgate side trims but leave lower trim clips disengaged. Fit upper section of tailgate trim. Create template of tailgate switch aperture. Stick a piece of masking tape 90 cm from tailgate latch. Place switch template 100 cm from right hand side of tailgate latch and mark out switch aperture on masking tape. Drill 5 mm holes through tailgate trim at each corner of the marked out switch aperture. Cut out aperture using a fret saw and trim edges. Then check switch fits aperture. Tie a 50 centimeter long cord to switch wiring loom plug end. Offer tailgate trim to tailgate. Feed cord through switch aperture and fit tailgate trim into place. Plug tailgate switch wiring loom plug into switch. Remove cord from wiring loom. Fit switch into place. Screw star drive screws in trim handle grips and replace tailgate rear light inspection covers. I have to confess that I checked the system's operational integrity before these final operational checks. I did have an issue with the tailgate latch tensioning motor releasing the tailgate 30 seconds after drawing it in. I quickly worked out that the tailgate latch tension motor has a torque overload release sensor. The only way to solve this was to reduce the final torque by moving the tailgate latch down from the manufacturer's original position, which is where I had located it. This solved the problem. The system is brilliantly well engineered and competitively priced, and it functions perfectly. The only criticism I have is that the installation instructions are very poor. They are somewhat confusing, with poor English used to describe things. They seem to be formatted for the use of a Chinese professional installer. Autoease advertised the system's ability to have a tailgate height programmed by the client to a required height, but no way of how one achieves this. By closely watching the Autoease advert on their website, I worked out the girl in the video, after manually pulling the tailgate down to the height she required it, she pressed the tailgate close button and held it in for about 30 seconds, then released it, then pressed it again to close the tailgate, and when she reopened it, the tailgate stopped at the position she had pulled it down to. I tried this and found that the system warning bleeper bleeped twice after holding it in for around 30 seconds to indicate the height had been set. One other thing I should warn you about is that if you don't tighten up the latch star drive bolts very tightly, they will work loose. And as I did, after about 5 days, you will hear a clunk as the tension is applied to the tailgate by the tensioning motor, because the latch is moving up and down its location point as the tailgate is opened and shut.